We're in San Diego, California at Mission Beach. Man, I am just hoping for something good here. Dry washing is unlike anything else. It's dirty, it's dusty.
They tell me it's actually the best way to find gold out in the desert.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
And let me tell you, if there's any gold here, I'm keeping it. They might not know that.
Let's go have some fun. All right, cool. Hi, my name is Kevin Hoagland, and I have been prospecting and mining for over 40 years. I have gone to some of the most incredible places around the world, and I've prospected and mined with some of the most incredible people.
Searching for gold dust in the valley of bloodlust, under the sun misunderstood. And when that train comes rolling in, I'm taking everything I can.
My gold trail led me to a little bit different place than normal today. We're in San Diego, California at Mission Beach. I'm with a couple of guys that have spent very little time prospecting and no time on the beach.
Hi, I'm Mike Gibson. I'm from San Diego, California, local prospector.
You're fairly new to Detector, or actually
yes.
You are very new.
I'm very new. No, I have not metal detected at all. This is the first time I've ever done it. Mostly done a lot of desert dry washing, stuff like that, recirculating sluice boxes out in the desert and whatnot.
And you've got some time on you, but you're a prospector.
Yeah, a little bit.
So you haven't done a lot of this out here.
My name is Neil Skyse, and I'm from Murrieta, California. I've never detected at the beach, but I've heard that it's a great place because people drop things all the time, find money, lots of little trinkets.
You're going to take a lot of the same mentality that we use, that you use when you're out in the desert, that you use when you're out detecting in the desert. Kind of look at where people are. We're going to look at the trends. We're going to look at where they're staying. We're going to look at what they drop into. And we're going to find those areas where they could possibly be dropping stuff. There's certain areas that are always better than others. The area where you have the most flow of people, like the entrances. People start to walk onto a beach, the first thing they do, start pulling off their rings and putting them in their pockets. Sometimes they miss.
They miss their pockets, yeah?
Yeah, they
I've
miss the pocket. I've done it. And then there's always the towel line, or what some people call it the lotion line or the towel line, whatever you want to do. So you get a guy that puts his towel here. So the next person that comes out, that kind of says, okay, well, this is where the towels go. So you'll end up and you'll look out and you'll see almost everybody has their towels in a line, you know. That's the spot where they're putting on suntan lotion, taking jewelry off. They get up, they shake their towels, and you go through and you get those areas as soon as they've left or you know, later on in the course of the day. We'll grab our gear, but let's just walk around a little bit and prospect. Let's take a look at the people. Let's watch what they're doing. Let's go have some fun.
All right, cool.
So go slow, you're not gonna go fast, but pick a line, go out, make a turn, take your foot, make a mark. So when you make your turn and you're looking at these poles, there's your next one. And you get to the end and that way you're covering everything. From the toe to the heel, that is your world. And you've got to think about that when you're swinging. So I want to carry my world with me everywhere I go.
Being very methodical, very slow about it. I wouldn't race, I wouldn't go too fast. Just slow enough to cover the entire area.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing much, Kevin. Good to see you. Yeah,
Oh.
thank you. We got my.
You're out prospecting on the beach today.
Oh yeah, we're looking for the treasure today, like every day.
And you got the crew.
We got the crew here. They're my helpers. We love going out doing the metal detecting on the beach. As much as we can on the beach, on the parks, everywhere that we could get out there. It's soothing, relaxing to me getting out there doing that. It relaxes my soul.
Yeah, I got some bottle caps and some change.
You got some change?
Yeah, I got 26 cents.
Right on.
So, but I gave a little boy my quarter.
Really?
I'll catch up with you in a little bit. I
Sounds
don't want
good.
to take you from your time that you got detecting. This is the perfect time of the day. Looks like a lot of people are leaving, and good opportunity. So I'll tell you what, you go find some stuff,
I sure will.
and I'll catch up with you in
Hey,
a
it
little
was-
bit. You know
it was
the
a
guys.
pleasure.
Where's the other guy? There he
There
is.
he is.
All right, man. I'll see you in a little bit.
You
All
too.
right.
Hey, we'll see you
Don't
later,
eat,
Kevin.
Quit eating sand.
Bye. Say bye, Kevin.
Bye. I'll see you guys in
See
a
you
bit.
later. Thank you.
Hi, Brian.
Bye, Kevin. Come on, let's go.
This episode of Gold Trails is brought to you by the Gold Prospectors Association of America, the world's largest gold prospecting organization. To find out more about becoming a GPA member, log on to www.goldprospectors.org.
Can't get enough Gold Trails? Not to worry. Gold Trails is now on YouTube. Join Kevin as he gives instruction for all skill levels on how to find more gold, from panning to metal detecting and everything in between. You're sure to pick up a trick or two to help you in the field. Subscribe to the Gold Trails YouTube channel at youtube.com/goldtrailstv. If you like what you see, leave a comment and join in the conversation. The Gold Trails YouTube channel. Becoming a better prospector starts here.
Well, I'm hoping to find a giant wedding ring, but I certainly thought, I would think that most of the things that I probably find is going to be little coins, hairpins, a lot of tin foil, people throwing tin foil out.
Foil.
Yeah, a lot of foil.
Yeah, a lot of foil.
Mike and Nils are doing a great job. They're going to find targets. They're going to hit stuff. They're going to hear those targets because they're doing everything right. And I couldn't be prouder of them.
I'm having a ball. This is great. I mean, the view, the location, the weather, even though it's the middle of winter in California, here we have sunny weather, 70 degrees, beautiful beach weather. So can't beat this. This is great.
You know, it's a blast for me to come out here, spend some time with these guys, teach them a lot of stuff, and then watch them go off and start utilizing it and doing it the right way. But I'm here to detect as well. So I've got my hands on a new detector, and I wanted to try it and see how it worked in a really saltwater condition. Beach detecting is very unique, and if you live close to the beach, I absolutely say you come out and do it. Like, if you're a nugget hunter like me, and I dig some of these grounds where it's just pure solid caliche, and to dig down 6-8 inches, you know, it takes you 30 or 40 minutes just to dig a hole. Coming out to the beach, you're gonna find targets. Who cares if they're good or bad? But it's also nice because it's nice, soft sand, and you never know what you're gonna come up with.
Danny. Dig it.
I'm digging this hole, and it is filling up as quickly as I dig it. It's deep. I've elongated the hole. I'm making it even bigger, and it's still filling up, and I cannot get to my target. No matter how fast I dig, it's filling up full of water, and I just can't get all the way down to the target. There it is. There it is.
What you got, Kevin?
Something.
Sounds like something good.
It's bigger, and it's deep, and it's probably a chunk of iron.
Something.
I hope that this is a good target. It's got an odd sound. It actually sounds like trash, but there's also something there that makes me feel like there's something good. Man, I am just hoping for something good here.
Bobby pin or a nail?
Another bobby pin. That was 1.5 feet for a bobby pin. crap. A bobby pin.
Never know. Oh. Never know what you're gonna get down there.
I'll take it.
Take it, put it in your pocket.
Yeah,
take it off.
1950s bobby pin. Oh. That's a lot of hole for that target.
Yeah. That's a good machine to pick up that target at all.
You know, for digging it down 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet, at least it could have been a penny or something. Okay, there's yours.
Thank you.
Here's mine.
Back at it.
Now it's time to fill it in.
Cover it up.
Good afternoon.
Kevin,
Kevin Hoagland.
Bob Peterson,
Hi,
great to meet
Bob.
you.
Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure finally get to meet you. I've seen you in the magazines and on TV, and honored to have you in my shop.
One of the things I always talk about, and one of the things that I always do, is I like to go to the local stores and find out about the areas. Now, El Cajon, not known for prospecting, but you know, talk to me a little bit.
Not too much in this area. San Diego's got some areas. Of course, Julian was a very historic area
Sure.
up there. But I tell you what, if you'd really like to do some prospecting, we have a couple of claims out here, a couple 100 acres out in the desert. I'd love to have you come out there tomorrow. We can meet out there and we can show you some good Southern California prospecting.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to do that.
Perfect. We're about 2.5 hours from the area. It's just this side of Yuma. You guys might want to stay over in Yuma, and we can meet in the morning out there at our claims, and we can do some dry washing, follow it up some metal detecting, and we can make a day out of it.
That's perfect, man, because I was kind of heading that direction. I wanted to camp out tonight. And I kind of wanted to get back across the border or something a little
Well, I
bit.
tell you what, it gives me an excuse to shut the shop down for a day and take a little time off, and would be happy and honored to have you come out there to our claims.
That'd be very cool. Save me a lot of running around. I've got a dry washer, and I've got a metal detector with me. I've got I've got a MindLab SDC 2300 with me, and I've got a Gold Buddy dry washer. What else do I need to bring with me?
You got half the battle right there. You got the good equipment. I tell you what, down there, maybe need a little water. I can bring that with us for our clean out for the panning and stuff. And I'll draw you guys out a map on how to get down there. I'll head out tonight, be down there, get ready in the morning, and heck, we can have a heck of a time tomorrow doing it.
Okay. Well, it's a prospecting shop. That's where I love to be.
Let's look
Show
around.
me around.
You got
Show
it.
me around
You
a
got
little
it.
bit.
You know, another thing we might look at, I don't know if you've had a chance to use one yet, is I've got another machine over here called a power classifier, a power screen.
The what?
Power screen. Would you be interested to take a look at that?
Yeah. Show me that.
Let me show you this.
Yeah.
I think this might interest you a little bit. What do you think that is?
It looks like a dry shaker table.
Pretty close. It's a power classifier. Something that'll save you a lot of time,
I'm sold.
a lot of effort on it.
Are you? Wow.
What do you think?
If you don't put this in the truck, I'll put it in the van right now.
I tell you what, why don't we load it up? We'll get all ready. We'll head out in the morning. We'll go test it out with our dry washers. We'll go down to our claims and see what we do.
I like this.
I tell you what, let me shut this off. I'll show you the rest of the shop, and then
Yeah.
We can get
Yeah,
ready to plan for tomorrow.
I'm in El Cajon, California. I did not expect to see this big of a shop or this nice of a shop. So definitely show me around.
At San Diego Metal Detector and Gold Prospecting Supply, we can teach you how to search for gold or lost treasure. We are the largest and most complete gold prospecting and metal detector dealer on the West Coast. Authorized dealer for all major brand detectors. We also stock outdoor preparedness items as well as trail safety and off-road recovery equipment. We buy and sell gold, silver, jewelry, and coins. Come check out our gems, geodes, fossils, and ancient coin jewelry. Visit us at 2990 Hamishaw Road, El Cajon.
Today we're looking for real gold, the real value out here in the mountains of Cargo Muchacho, is it? We're here today at the Cargo Muchacho Mountains.
We're in Imperial County, California, in the Cargo Muchacho Mountains. Yesterday, I stopped by San Diego Metal Detector and Gold Prospecting Supply. Was looking for a local shop. Met the owner, Bob, and he invited me to come out to his private claims on his patented land, which turned out to be the American Girl Mine.
The American Girl was an active mine up until 1990, 92, right in that area. And then in the 80s, the American Girl mining operation, they pulled out 400,000 ounces of gold out of the area right here.
Today, we're gonna do a little bit of dry washing. That takes care of that.
I've never used that dry washer before. I'm looking forward to seeing how dusty and miserable it could be, but they tell me it's actually the best way to find gold out in the desert.
Dry washing is unlike anything else. It's dirty, it's dusty, but when you're working in the desert, it's the best form of recovery that you can have.
Knock on wood here, we've never been skunked on this spot, but we'll see what happens today.
Never find any gold before. My expectations of finding it are very, very little. We'll see what happens today. I'm hoping that Kevin, with his knowledge and everybody behind that we can get something that I can be excited on.
That's one of the things that I want to make sure that especially if you're going to get into dry washing, is that you understand is that you don't bring your dry washer and you set it up right here and just start shoveling this material in. You always want to classify. You want to get the material broke down, but you always want to do your prep work. Because when you start running, you want to run until you're done, and then stop. Yeah, this comes up. Here's that white band coming through. No, puffer won't do it. Puffer will always be straight because it's that constant.
Probably right on top of the layer, that would be the best place to go.
Yeah, it's acting as a false bedrock.
Will Kevin ever stop talking? I really want to go out there and dig.
You've got a water bar or a spray bar that sprays the material in. Specific gravity is always the weight of something in water. Goes on to the reverse type of riffles. You want that material just breaking over the top of the riffle.
I'm more a hands-on type of person, so I'd like to get out there and just get a little down and dirty. I'm a visual guy, so let's do this. Let's go for it.
Okay.
Get some gold out of it.
Run some material on that.
Let's not talk about it.
Enough of this. I want to get out and start dry washing.
Right now we're working a layer that Kevin pointed out. It's like a false bedrock underneath it with a clay layer on top. And we're gonna go ahead and dig some of this out and classify it down and run it through the dry washer, and hopefully it will pan out.
Got in a spot, had a clay layer with a lot of tiny gravels on top of the clay layer. It was pockets of material, not just spread out. We pulled out about 2 or 3 of those pockets. Really good looking stuff.
You think, should I brought my backhoe down here to do this?
Working the shovel it's probably the toughest job out there because there's a lot of rocks and dust.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Neil, being the new guy, he's doing a great job. He's taken to this the same way he took to metal detecting. Put him on the business end of the shovel, tell him exactly what you want, and he's out there getting it.
We're good.
It's very gratifying to shovel out there, even though it's hard work, because in every shovelful there might be a little piece of gold in there.
We've got 12 buckets of material ready to run through the dry washer. It's all been classified down to 1/4 inch, some of it all the way down to 3/8 of an inch. Time to fire up the dry washer and put Neil's on the other end of a shovel. Gold is heavy. It's going to go to the bottom, and the vibration action that's going on inside this box, see how the box is vibrating? That vibration causes that gold to drop very, very fast. And now the riffles in these boxes are set like this. So as it's moving across and that vibration happens, the gold drops and goes right in behind the riffle.
The way that this machine runs, it is so dusty and chaotic that it seems very strange that out of that you can actually get any gold out of it.
Now Nails, when you absolutely cannot see what's going on in the box, like right now, no, go ahead and feed it. We'll talk about it in a second.
Because it's moving, there's dust coming off of it. You can't even see the machine at times.
You see the lightweight material, just like in the dry pan. The lightweight material's coming to the top. The heavies are going straight down. Perfect run. You see the ripple. It's just like dropping a rock in the water. You see that ripple.
When I first started filling up buckets, I thought they were gonna need maybe 1 or 2 little buckets, but ended up that they wanted 1 more and 1 more and 1 more, so I was just getting a little bit tired of the buckets. I think that we probably had enough of that.
There he goes. Look at him.
Now you're learning.
Bucket after bucket after bucket, enough buckets already.
Let's clean up.
Perfect.
Let's get out of here.
All righty, let's do it, guys.
I don't know if Niels has got any painting experience, but when I gave him the opportunity to clean up the dry washer, immediately got the tray up, grabbed the paintbrush, worked all the material down into the bucket.
After working the shovel so many times and filling up so many buckets, I would definitely think that there's gonna be a little bit of gold in there.
Well, a lot of it's pumice and basalts and so on like that, just ground basalts. I mean, we're talking about a very, very old area here. This pan, loaded full of black sands. It is as heavy as any pan that I've ever had in my hands. I can't wait to see what we pull out of it.
I did see a speck or 2 in there. I was kind of excited on that. My biggest thing was hoping we were going to find gold today. You always want to look like the hero, not the goat at the end of the day. And if we can find some color in there, I'll be really excited for everybody.
And let me tell you, if there's any gold here, I'm keeping it. They might not know that, but. Wow. Wow, when I first saw that pan and that edge full of gold, I just couldn't believe it.
I love Niels' reaction. Purposely kept the material under, kept the gold underneath the black sand, did a fast spin, turned the pan around, let him see the gold as it came across the top. And for me, and I know for Bob as well, it's all about watching that new guy's reaction, and his jaw dropped.
Like that.
I love a newbie's look, man. That's just awesome.
And it's 24 karat. Is it 24?
No, this stuff is it's high carat rate, but it is. The reason why this is, see how it's almost reddish?
Yeah.
It's because of the copper. There's an incredibly high copper content through here.
To know that that is, after all that dirt that I took out, that actually that is the reason why we were out here. And it really, truly is a beautiful thing.
I'm really excited with what came out of that spot. I couldn't be happier with the gold that we recovered today.
Look at that. Oh my God, look at that. That whole edge.
This is one of those spots that I will definitely be coming back to, because this is the end of a gold trail right here.